Hello riders and not. Namaste from India, from Himalayas. I still can't believe it. It's been 2 days already I am here. I was adjusting for a low oxygen. It's 40% less oxygen here comparing with the sea level.
You may feel headache, nausea, palpitation. Those are the symptoms of acute mountain sickness. And keep on taking deep breathing in between. No exertion of any sort.
And today is the first day when I will be riding the Himalayan in Himalayas. I am so super excited. A little bit nervous, of course, because yesterday we went to town and I already saw the traffic conditions, if you can call it that. It's kind of a survival thing without a lot of rules, but there are some rules which we will have to learn because they are very different from anywhere else that I've been already. Looking forward to it. And today we are going to Sangam. This is a place where two rivers coming into one.
It didn't feel real. It didn't feel real at all. Maybe that's exactly why I was so brave. Maybe that's why I did something this wild. Went for a trip like this with so little experience off-road, knowing I'd have to face every kind of surface and every kind of challenge along the way. They chose an easy route for our first ride, to let us adjust to everything. The thin air that made every breath feel precious, the local traffic rules, or rather, the complete lack of them, and to each other, a group of strangers who had just met. Right now, what I remember most is this feeling, this rush of joy in my chest that words can't quite capture. It was something beyond words. And I know I'll probably run out of words many times during these voiceovers because some things can only be felt and can't be described. Still, I'll try my best to take you with me through this incredible adventure, through the Himalayas of India, through this journey that still doesn't feel real.
Roll at your service, pride of nation. Hope you enjoy the ride. It's so beautiful, but at the same time it keeps you on the toes all the time. The traffic wasn't too busy. Luckily we had a quite clear road, but it can be anything. It can be lorry in the middle, it can be stones on the road, it can be cars, vehicles, cows, anything, and that just keeps the entire experience so different. I'm absorbing everything. It's so beautiful, like from the vehicles to the roads, to the views, to the mountains. Oh my god, I need to catch my breath because I am running out of oxygen of excitement.
Da, di, da, da, di, da, di, da, 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 di, na, di, da, da, di, na, di, da, di, na, di, take ta, di, na, di, da, di, na, tareke te, da, te, ta, di, na, di, take ta, di, na, take ta, da, te, ta, di, na, di. Taketa, gena da datuna, gena da datuna, tuna da datuna, gena da datuna da, gena da datuna da, gena da datuna da.
In the afternoon, with my freshly made friends Chris, Zoran, and Jason, we decided to ride independently to the town of Leh. Just one problem: there is no mobile connection in Himalayas.
We're going that way, no? That way? Okay.
This wasn't the first time I had to ride without mobile connection. Those of you who've been watching my channel for a while probably remember that even on my recent solo trip through Europe, I spent a whole day without any connection. What I usually do in situations like this, I use Wi-Fi at the hotel, or wherever I can find it, maybe even someone's hotspot, to load the route on the map. Then, I just try my best to stay on that route. The problem is, it doesn't recalculate. You have to stick to it. Sometimes it glitches and shows you off the path, but eventually it comes back. So far, that's best system I've found. That or paper maps. And since we obviously didn't have any paper maps, I stuck with my, let's call it, offline survival plan.
I think we have to go the other way.
However, I wasn't leading the ride. And very quickly, literally at the first turn from the hotel, I realized that we are already going the wrong way. But I just followed, because why not? That's a part of the adventure, isn't it?
The way we have to go the other way. This is the way to airport.
Yeah. We've gone the wrong way.
Dodgy place to turn around. This is the way to airport. We're going wrong direction. This is the way to airport. How you don't remember?
I don't remember.
We're going wrong direction. We have to go back.
Fine, you should leave. You've got the map.
Okay, I'll try.
One of the first things we were told by our lead rider, by Abhilasha, about riding in India is that using a horn is not rude. Quite the opposite. It's an absolute necessity, especially on the blind corners. Everybody does it. Otherwise, you could be meeting just about anything around the corner.
Oh dear.
Riding through the town lanes of Leh feels like stepping into another world. The streets are narrow, uneven, and full of life. There's always something happening. Locals chatting outside little shops, kids running around, dogs sleeping or walking right in the middle of a road. And occasionally, maybe not even that occasionally, a cow that refuses to move no matter how many times you press the horn. You have to ride carefully, almost like you are part of the rhythm of a place. Leh sits at around 3,500 meters above the sea level. That's more than 11,000 feet. And you can really feel it. Once, this place was a major stop on the ancient Silk Route, where traders from Tibet, China, and Kashmir exchanged goods, stories, and cultures. Maybe that's why it still feels like a meeting point of a world, a mix of old and new, a mix of still and moving.
Learning U-turns and all sorts of things. So it shows that it's here, but we can't ride there. Are we heading back? Going back?
There's a space right there.
Yeah, but we're not going in.
Oh, you're not going in?
Yeah,
Okay, right.
yeah,
Cool.
so,
Alright.
yeah. Oh, we detoured properly.
You what?
We detoured properly.
Did you not find
We did a lot of scenic routes.
Did you find the place where you were looking for?
It's actually here, but we can't get on the bike.
Oh,
The map's
rubbish.
showing. But I will be heading back. I
Yeah.
don't know about the others, I will ask.
I think the others are thinking about going to the Royal Enfield shop, having a look there. So I
Okay.
don't know if you're up for that. Or...
So I will ask the guys if anyone wants to do that.
Late in the afternoon that day, when the sun was going down just before dinner, we got another offer to ride to Shanti Stupa. It was afternoon traffic, and we had to get to a peaceful place, because Shanti literally means peace, through the busy streets of Leh in the rush hour. Shanti Stupa sits high above all that, at about 3,600 meters, nearly 12,000 feet, looking down over the town. It is a wide domed Buddhist monument, built in 1991 by Japanese and Ladakhi Buddhists, to promote peace and unity, and to mark 2,500 years of Buddhism. Inside it holds relics of Buddha, blessed by Dalai Lama himself. When you finally get up there, the sound of the traffic fades, and everything slows down. The view, the whole valley, the town, the mountain is unreal. And as the sun sets, the white dome starts glowing in the golden light. It feels like the whole place is quietly breathing. It feels like you are at the definition of peace.
This is so beautiful. And I've been told this is just the beginning. My nose is already bleeding.